Hello YouTube, and we're on to episode 2 of the Secrets of Grindea playthrough. This is an edited playthrough, but I will be showing various locations, bosses, and whatnot, with mechanics as well. So this is another shop that was not in my previous video. We've got health, energy, attack, magic attack, and cast speed and attack speed. So I am looking to buy one of these, and my current build, or goal for a build, is a bit one-hit KO. So we will see what I can pull off over the course of this playthrough. I've never tried anything quite like that. I'm not sure the exact way to do it either. So it'll be an experiment. Something to note, I am using the Berserker skill, so I take more damage. And there I am dead. Let's try that again. I don't quite have the attack speed to kill everything in the timeline of it waking up. There we go. So something to look at here. Because I have no energy, I can't use my skills. Here we go. Every adventurer should have a bow. Last time we got a health potion, now we have a bow. We just toggle this, and we shoot. So these guys will charge you. If I can get it to work. Yep, there it is. Yep, and I'm dead again. Okay, we're just going to walk through this area here. So this game is grindy, naturally. Its name lives up to that. And this is the goddess of the world there. That guy will give us a quest later, I believe. It's been years since I played the early game of this. I've mostly been playing as it released updates. Okay then. I agree, the scariest monster is the forest itself. So, with that, we'll reset us to the beginning. New quest. Here I am just farming. This took probably about 20 minutes. There we go, we got our first card. Okay. So we got our first real card from the Giga Slime. But you always get that. So here is the Jumpkin card. Aren't they cute? And scary at the same time. It increases our attack damage by 15. So we're doing pretty good here. Note also that I have this Claymore that's doing 45, this doing 12, and this hat doing 15 as well. Turning in a quest here to get a talent. Then we'll move on. Finish the quests in that area. So we'll move on to the Ancient Temple here. I'll just skip that. So this is one of the best farming rooms in the Ancient Temple. I don't actually sit here and farm for the video. But as you kill things, more things will spawn, elites will spawn, and the rooms will get harder. So this is just one of those rooms that has a lot of space, a lot of enemies. And if you're lucky, you won't be farming too long, especially if you have some area of effect or just stronger attacks in general. Apparently I'm supposed to perfect guard this. And I was not reading the instructions originally. So for the Ancient Temple, you do have to unlock, I believe, 3 power sources. This is the first boss of the, so to say, dungeon. And this is where the game gets a bit bullet hell. It's not too bad. You can parry these. Probably the ultimate goal there would be to do a parry only or something against this guy. No hit parry only. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm probably not quite good enough at this game to do that. He's just standing there. I think I broke the AI there for a second. Wrong button. Meant to slam, not use the bubble. I do believe I'm on hard mode, so this is a little bit easier if you're doing like normal or story mode, whatever they call it. You are invulnerable for a short time after being hit, like many games, which can help you actually mitigate some damage. If you're gonna take damage, just take it. And a parry to end it. So his hat is really good for critical, and defeating him gave us the phase ability. We can jump over this. And we can't go back, apparently. Okay, another power source. Some secret over here. We'll have to come back to that. So these birds actually drop a card that gives 100 base health. While it is a very grindy game, especially for a first run, I would highly recommend getting the card from these guys. The baseball bat maneuver is not very good against single enemies, unless you're actually bouncing something against the wall. So that's where a slam attack, the leap slam that I have as well, is better for that. So going over to the left side of the ancient temple, you get this boss battle, or mob battle. The crystals can create lines of lasers or make things invulnerable. The seeking orbs are extremely obnoxious to me. Hard to parry or block when you're using a heavier weapon, since it does take a longer animation. Get another chance at the card here for the whatever that is, turkey thing. They do actually drop turkeys, but they're not called turkeys. Can't seem to parry this correctly. If you miss a parry, you often will just not be able to parry because you're in hit recovery type thing. Parrying also does give a critical to your basic attack. I believe that's guaranteed. I don't think you need a skill for that or anything. There's a little plant right there that you can get fertilizer for to open up that chest on the hill there. The game has quite a few puzzles to it. Pretty sure I remember how to do this off the top of my head here. That's not right. So you can reverse puzzles this way. So for this puzzle, you actually want to flip the bottom two around. Here we go. But as I was saying, there's a lot of puzzles kind of like this. There's the key puzzles, and then there's these phase puzzles. There's later on phase puzzles that move. So if that is not something that interests you, then understand that that is something you'll maybe take a problem with. But I do find the puzzles fun personally. I like that there's stuff that's non-combat. I need a key for this door. We go over to the left side to get the key. This room can be okay for farming as well. More enemies will spawn in there if you're just killing stuff. Different rooms will have different spawns. So if you're targeting a specific card, you can try to find different rooms. When I say rooms, I mean the area that you're farming. They don't always have to have a load between them. So like when we were in the area farming the pumpkins, that area generally spawns only pumpkins. If you go to another area by the cemetery, that area generally spawns a lot of ghosts and no scarecrows. Ow. You can see the crit going off there. So we'll farm this back and forth. Took a good while. This enemy has a 1% drop chance, which is actually high. And there we go. And I get a trophy. Probably my 5th card right there for the trophy. So we'll go back up to this door that was locked. Another mini battle. Mob battle. Lucky card right there. You don't need the cards to beat the game. And if you're trying to do, I think one of the achievements is literally like beat the game in under 4 hours or 3.5 hours or something. I will probably never accomplish that. I really don't like the green orbs. They will continue going until you block or get hit by them, or I think 5 jumps. So they last a good while. I'm too focused on the enemies here to hit the crystal, which is what I'm really supposed to be doing. If you parry the green orbs, they will become your orbs and seek out the original target. See if I can do it. Oh. A little black hole slow thing is really obnoxious. Don't get stuck in that. Some of the skills are a little harder to aim. Maybe I'm just bad, but I do find some of them harder to aim. There, I parried those, so they'll seek out an enemy. The blue crystal is protecting the other blue crystal. If you're taking damage, heal relatively often, because your potions take forever to refresh. And if you're struggling with the game, make sure that you're using your potions. Or the shield, or the attack bonus. Use your utility spells, use your potions. You can get up to 3 potions. I only have 1. Let's leave this thing alone. Okay. We're jumping over to the boss here. Skip that. Gun-D4m. Definitely not a reference to anything. What I didn't realize at this point when I was playing was I needed to charge up to get the preliminary hit on the jump strike. You get 2 hits if you charge it up to silver. I had only recently gotten the silver and I didn't know that it was the charge. I didn't read it. It's not the easiest thing to have a lot of energy points. Yeah, so you climb up here, and you want to make sure you climb down before he electrocutes you. But, yeah, there, I get electrocuted. It's good to still have a decent amount of energy or energy regen, as long as you aren't sacrificing too much for it. Because if you're using your skills, you're going to consume a lot of energy. And it regenerates pretty fast. But as you get into the higher charges, you're going to just cost more and more. So like the slam, I think, is 25 or 30, and then if you use the silver slam, it's 10 more, something like that. I should be just attacking normally. There is a talent, I believe it is a talent. Yeah, it's definitely a talent. That gives you EP for basic attacks. And that can be quite valuable, again, if you're not sacrificing too much elsewise. I like to get my health and my dodge, and if you really want it, you can get your perfect block timer up. There's a good talent for that too. Makes the game a little bit easier. You cannot perfect block everything. So the blue arrow thing projectile that this guy shoots, that will break your shield no matter what. You might be able to parry it, but I'm pretty sure it just breaks your shield anyway. Something to note about the mechanics of this game, it's a very common thing to do. Your base damage and base health are 100. So you can see that I'm doing 200 on attack or something like that. Basically, I've doubled my damage since the start of the game. So here is some bullet hell. You've got a timer in the right side there. There are a couple ways to deal with this. You can walk around and dodge it, or you can simply stand in the corner and just shield. If you have full health, or mostly full health when you get to this point, and you just stand in the corner and shield, you will take some damage, but you will block most of it. I live with just a little bit of health there. The emitter matrix will make a one-handed laser sword, which, aside from, I think, just having good damage at this point in the game, it's it sounds cool. I forgot to make my hammer before the battle, so I did farm up the slimes to make this hammer. So, slime hammer. I'll probably replace it very soon. And if you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. That's it for episode 2.